Mic check. you bless you bless me. Um, Mic check 1 2.
And we can
What's up, squad? It's your girl Martin Johnson, aka MJ Icy, aka the Barefoot Hooper. I hope you guys are having a fantastic and wonderful, peaceful, abundant week. I just wanted to talk to you guys about something real quick. I was curious to know if you guys have ever felt like y'all were being watched. Like, I don't know, maybe like something like the Truman Show or something. You feel me? But I just wanted to ask that because yesterday was insane. Like, super insane. And so nowadays, on my YouTube, I'll obviously have my barefoot hooping and like 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, games and stuff. Or if I just go to the gym, my videos will consist of a variety of like different things. So this one is gonna be about how I feel like low key I'm being watched. And so anyways, yesterday I was gonna make a video about how I survived Hollywood. And when I say survived, I mean just kind of got the fuck out. And was aware of what was going around me, contracts, people trying to like use basketball as leverage, like just whatever it is, for entertainment and, you know, quality purposes, whatever they say. So basically, I think I have on my YouTube already that there was a time when I was going through my spiritual awakening and I woke up in the middle of the night at my other auntie's house and I felt like there was energies surrounding me and where I was laying down watching me, and like they had a notepad in their hand and they was like jotting stuff down. And with spirituality, whatever the case may be, I just know of myself as energy. So I don't really define. I never really have. I just loved basketball. And I usually can just feel energy, whether it's through a text, whether it's through a phone, whether we don't share much energy, but through conversation, sometimes you could just tell where someone is, but not always, because you're not always right with your intuition. Sometimes your intuition is kind of on point, but it's a little off, So I don't think I've uploaded a video about my spirituality and like how the dark side of it, and what I mean by that is just the little synchronicities and coincidences that come to be when you're awake and like spiritual. Because before I woke up, I wouldn't say I didn't believe in conspiracy. I mean, not conspiracies. I'm so sorry. That I didn't believe in coincidences, but I've always felt sort of uneasy when they come about. Like, oh, how ironic, But I never really thought like, oh, I'm awake. I know. I was never like that, or like, oh, I'm awake, so like I just know that no coincidences don't exist, like this was put here. Like I never operated in that aspect, but I always operated in a form of like taking a step back and be like, that was a little weird, so that's what I mean by what I mean by my spirituality and like the dark side of spirituality. If you know, I don't really have to go into it. If you're watching this, either you support me in my basketball or this came across, to your feed for a reason. And so I just wanted to like talk to my spiritualists and just, I'm sure I know I'm not crazy, and I know that when you have powers or whatever, you are watched. So, and I put that in quotes because this world makes you believe that knowing things that other people don't know, or seeing things that other people can't see, or just doing things that other people can't do, makes you like evil or crazy or whatever this world wants to define you as. And so, yeah, I just wanted to kind of update you guys. I recorded a video yesterday and I was going to talk about how I survived Hollywood. Oh my God, I did like a little intro. As I started getting ready, the whole morning just got shook. Like, and I don't mean, obviously, I mean metaphorically. And I might upload the video. I started crying. I felt like I felt like I am not supposed to be recording. I felt like I'm supposed to run away. I felt like I'm supposed to like not talk about what I've been through. And there was just like a rush of energy that came about. And then my phone started tweaking. I started crying and my phone just like completely shut off. I couldn't upload nothing on any of my social platforms. And to me, I just started thinking like, whoa. It just made me think a little bit, you know? Like, damn, I was about to talk about something and how I got through something on a positive note. And all of this negativity just came like flowing towards me. And so to me, it just seems like as a spiritualist, when you can see beyond the veil, you can see beyond the veil. And that's with anybody. Like, you know, it's with anybody, whether they're your friends, your family, coworkers, teammates, a coach, whatever it is, you can see beyond it. I also love to reference just basketball, just because. So, yeah, yesterday was crazy. I was going to talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about that another day, because I did not end up talking about it. I just was so like, you'll see, I'll probably upload it because I really don't care. I think it's important. I think we're entering a point in life where if you don't talk about it, nobody will know. If you don't upload that, nobody will know. And so I have so much storage. I have so many videos. Like, I've just been kind of like going back and forth whether or not I should be posting and uploading or if I should just like give it all up. And so I don't think I don't want to, but I also don't want the wrong idea to come about. That makes sense. So yeah, this video was just to kind of talk a little bit about my spirituality and how I'm sure a lot of spirits, because I've seen some videos, not to where I've watched the whole thing, but I've seen videos of spiritualists who talk about how this world kind of is like, you have watchers and, you know, some people who had spiritual gifts or just could see beyond things. Like when they were growing up, they were in special classes that the school was put in, not the classes, but there was a certain day that, you know, they checked your hearing, they checked your eyesight and stuff like that. So it's real. And I didn't go through all of that to stop, you feel me, and not use my voice. So yeah, yesterday was crazy. But I think the Truman Show is more accurate. And I'm not saying to me, I'm sure there's a lot of other people who feel this way in their like life, you know, because it's not just one person they do this to. So yeah, you can call me crazy, at least you calling, baby. I don't really care. God gave me a voice, so I'm gonna use that motherfucker. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to ease your mind, love better, and just spread that light that you carry. I have to make this a little short because, like I said, yesterday I did film. I might upload it. I didn't delete it, so I just don't want my storage to lose storage. So don't forget to just smile more than you did yesterday, and just keep spreading that that love and light that you carry within yourself. But me, I'm going through a motherfucking spiritual, like, it's warfare for me. Like, it is crazy. It's like, I don't know, but I'm maintaining. So when I'm spreading positivity to you guys and all this and that, and these encouraging things, I'm also doing it for myself because I done got stuff taken from me. I done got treated like I didn't do nothing for people. And yeah. So it's just all about balancing your energy and maintaining who you are, because you knew who you were from the beginning, and sometimes you just got to remind yourself. Sometimes you need a reminder. So let me be your little reminder. But yeah, I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I hope you guys are excited to see what my YouTube will consist of, because it's going to be a lot of things: vlogging, whether it's just me going to a damn store or walking Nala or whatever, eating. Like, I'm going to have a lot of just, you know, because life's a bucket. And sometimes you guys have to do what you got to do. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And don't forget to, like, do what makes you feel at peace, you know? So, like, if that means reading, read. If that means going on a walk in a garden, go. If that means smelling flowers, or, like, playing cards, or just hanging out with the birds or the fish, you know, like, do that. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you peace. If that means listening to music, then listen to music. If that means listening to silence, listen to silence. But don't be mean. Don't be mean. People are operating a lot, like, people operate from ego a lot. And I'm not saying it's not wrong, because sometimes people will try to take, and you got to let a motherfucker know. But I'm talking to the spiritualists, those who know up here. It's like, why you got to be mean to each other? Y'all, like, we all connected. If you're connected, not every, you know, if you connected, you know. But why are you, like, putting fear into other people who are connected? Doesn't make any sense to me. But again, this is like a Truman Show. So if you believe in that type of stuff, if you believe that, you know, things is popping up on your news feed when you were thinking about it, and this technology isn't skyrocketing, and it's literally for you guys to better ourselves, and so we have more privacy, you're highly mistaken. So yeah, just be cautious of that. Find your tribe, find your people, find the ones who really support you beyond what you're doing for them. Because I had some supporters who only really supported me because it's kind of like the Truman Show, like I said. So because I didn't do it, you know. So yeah, just stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for a brighter day, and just keep loving. Okay, peace and love always. Thank you guys for always being here and watching my videos and just connecting with me. So peace to you and your family, and be well. Well, oh yeah, and then I forgot to shout out this shirt. I wore this yesterday. I think it's Muhammad Ali, obviously Michael Jordan, and then Michael Jackson. I got this from the TikTok shop. Link will be in the bio. This is another scarf. Link will be not in the bio. Link will be in the description. And I may or may not add a little short clip to this video, so you guys could kind of hear what I'm talking about and know what I'm talking about. Because there are a lot of other people who deal with what I'm dealing with, and because I've had conversations with them, like real life conversations. And the way this technology thing is going is it kind of wants you to be away from those who are kind of connected and just kind of be on a phone. So yeah, you know, my circumstances is very challenging right now, as you can see where I am. But we gonna get it better. You feel me? We gonna do better. Cause we just gonna do better. We gonna make it happen. And yeah, I just wanted to shout out this real quick, and shout out to you, cause you here. But yeah, I'm on some real shit. I'm gonna stop playing. On some real stuff. I'm gonna put a video that kind of explains and just goes into a little more depth of what I'm talking about, because mine is a little more personal. If you guys know Solomon, he be talking about it. Sometimes he's crazy. Sometimes I'm crazy. They called Einstein crazy. They called Jesus crazy. They called everybody who knew crazy. So yeah, Just go watch that. I have some, but that's not the video on the show. I'm just saying if you want to go watch his like spiritual stuff. There's a lot of entertainment, like movies and TV shows that they put it in there. That's what I'm saying. Like it'll probably be something like that along the lines. But there are a lot of spiritualists who talk about it. So yeah, if you like what I'd be talking about, you need to do more research and go, you feel me? Do what it do. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And my socials is right here. And I'm so sorry that I've been looking busted. I don't got nobody to do my hair. I don't got nobody to, that's it. I just don't got nobody to do my hair. That's crazy. That's why I said I was going to cut it. But then everybody was saying, no, don't cut it, don't cut it, don't cut it. And so it's like, I hear you guys. But then it's just like, is it y'all's hair or my hair? I'm just kidding. Okay, bye. Love y'all. Peace and love. I was putting my wig on, you guys, and I like pulled something on my back, and so now I'm sore. And so that's what I'm saying. It goes back into the conversation about like when you tell yourself you're about to do something and something just comes up to where you can't do it, or it's like, do I really want to? You get sleepy all of a sudden. Talk to me nice, because I ain't making it up.
That's because they are. Something is ending. The world you once knew is coming to an end. Your current version is coming to an end. And you are undergoing the greatest transformation of your life. But you think it's going to be smooth sailing? No, because you got to remind yourself, deep divers, you lived a certain lifestyle before this awakening. Let me repeat that. You lived a certain lifestyle before this awakening. And sometimes a lot of people having this awakening, they're still connected to their past. And sometimes their past comes back to haunt them. And therefore, a lot of people are dealing with gremlins, monsters. And they're like, okay, I'm at war with this. I'm at war with this right now. And that's the reason why what no one tells you about spiritual awakening, the dark side, is that you still have to realize there's a battle happening within you. And the secret is to make peace with yourself. The secret is to realize that, like the African proverb says, when there is no enemy outside, the enemy inside can't harm you, deep divers, right? So it's about making peace with yourself and realizing that in our darkest moments, we actually become illuminated.
And we're all at different points on that road. Some are awake and some are asleep. This difference shows how people can see, understand, and experience life in very different ways. People who are spiritually awake have a special kind of awareness. They understand things that those who are still asleep do not. In this video, we will explore some specific insights and knowledge that spiritually awake individuals possess. 1. Spiritually awakened individuals often find themselves regarded as outsiders because they do not conform to mainstream behaviors and beliefs. They are not crazy. They have freed themselves from the collective hypnosis of societal norms and trends. These awakened individuals achieve this freedom by learning to close their eyes to external influences and look inward with their hearts, and make decisions that are in alignment with their higher purpose. 3. When you least want something, the universe often sends it your way. Conversely, when you most desire or need something, it seems the furthest away. This can be incredibly frustrating, but spiritually awakened individuals have come to understand the deeper meaning behind this pattern. Spiritually awakened people realize that the universe withholds what you think you need or want to teach you an important lesson. You don't need anything external to be whole.
Hello friends. About 6 months after my amazing third eye experience, which I go into detail in another video, I was hospitalized and diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar disease, and mania. What happened to me, as I found out later, is what many have called Kundalini syndrome, or a spiritual emergency. Now I'm sharing this as a warning. so that others can avoid this thing that happened to me. So after my amazing third eye experience, I just went on with normal life, right? I went back to normal consciousness. I was still in college, still attending school, but I started questioning everything, and I soon dropped out of school because I was like, what am I doing? Well, I should focus only on this amazing state of being that opened within me, this state of consciousness. Am I supposed to be some enlightened master now? I was very self-conscious. I was started to freak out. I started to stress out about it. Looking back, I wish I had just calmed down, take a deep breath, and just chilled, but I was really starting to freak out. I kept it to myself because I feared apathy from friends and family. So I didn't really share it, I didn't really open up about it, and kept it all with myself, and started to become very paranoid. And I believe when my third eye opened, I kind of awakened some siddhis, as they say in yoga, or some psychic powers or psychic abilities. And at the time, I was 19 years old, and I definitely was not ready for this level of spiritual advancement or siddhis or psychic powers. I was not emotionally or mentally ready at all. I went into fear, and because my thoughts were fearful, my experiences started becoming fearful. The thoughts I was having seemed to manifest almost instantaneously in the things that people would say around me, or the situations that would occur around me. I basically went into like a psychedelic trip without ever taking any psychedelics, and it was a bad trip. The power of manifestation was very strong, and things.
There's a point on this path where awakening is no longer pretty, where the crystals, the affirmation is just not going to be enough anymore. And that's because your spirit has started breaking through the conditioning, sometimes violently. You might feel like you're losing your mind, but what you're actually losing is the lie. I'm Cosmic Paradox, and this is where we unmask the illusion, where we decode the unseen and dive into the shadows that most people are too afraid to look at. So today we're pulling back the veil on spiritual psychosis, when a spiritual awakening spirals into chaos, and just what that really means. You see, spiritual psychosis is a complex, and it's often misunderstood. It's a misunderstood phenomenon that sits right at the crossroads of mental health, spiritual awakening, and altered states of consciousness. So to understand it deeply, it helps to break it down through psychological, metaphysical, and either shamanic lens. So let's get into some more in-depth insight pertaining to spiritual psychosis. Now, first, let's define it, right? So spiritual psychosis is when an awakening overwhelms the ego. So spiritual psychosis occurs when a person experiences an overwhelming spiritual or mystical awakening that destabilizes their sense of reality and personal identity. It's not that the experience is false, but that the ego structure isn't quite equipped to handle the rapid expansion of consciousness. It's often triggered by trauma, sometimes spiritual practices such as meditation, plant medicine, breath work, or crisis. The veil between the conscious and subconscious collapses too quickly, flooding the mind with visions, archetypes, signals, and synchronicities and intuitive downloads. So you may be wondering, what are some symptoms that may mirror mental illness that you see in spiritual psychosis? Well, there are symptoms that look like mental illness, but the root is different. This is the difference between the two. The root of it is different. So this could look like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder from the outside, but the content and purposes are different. So that's just like, let's talk about some things that people may see when you're dealing with either or, right? So delusions of grandeur. So that could be the feeling like you're a prophet or you're chosen or a god or goddess. And we've all been there on this particular path. And that's because the information has taken us to that particular level. Now, if you are properly doing the work, the key is to balance all of that out, right? The key is to balance it all out. But without the right methods, proper ways to handle this, it could go a step further into the delusions of grandeur, right? Paranoia. So people have paranoia. They can have feelings of being spiritually attacked. They could believe that entities or watchers are after them. Okay, when you're dealing with hallucinations, That's seeing symbols, spirits, or downloads that feel hyper real. You have identity disintegration. That's no longer knowing who you are, feeling like a multi-dimensional being. You have time distortion and non-linear thinking. You have obsessive symbolism and synchronicities. Now, these may overlap with pathology, but they are not inherently psychotic. They are often spiritually symbolic truths that are breaking through, but they are breaking through too rapidly for integration.